Does a condom work all the time? And welcome back to Sitting in a Car. I'm Sarah Sproul and I sit in a car with you each week, answering a question to help you raise your comfortable and confident young person who respects themselves and the people around them. So this is a question from an 11-year-old, an actual 11-year-old who asked me this question in relationship and sexuality education. I wanted to bring it into Sitting in a Car because your kid might be having this question too. They might be wondering exactly the same thing. So let's work out how you can talk about this sort of stuff so your kid doesn't have to worry anymore. I remember the first time I had sex. It was penis-in-vagina sex and I was 18. Whatever you think about that age is what you think, but that's what happened to me. And of course, I wasn't expecting to have sex. It was nice and I was glad it had happened, but of course, we didn't use a condom because no one had really talked to us about that sort of thing. I don't think I even knew where to buy them. So what can we say to our 11-year-olds so they have enough information to not have to be worried about this part of growing up? Number one, condoms do many things. One of the things they do is keep sperms and eggs separate. They keep the sperms inside the condom, if it's a condom for a penis, and they keep eggs outside the condom. Even if it's a condom for a vagina, because you can get female condoms, we keep the sperm inside the female condom too. So that's the first job a condom does. Point two, condoms are like masks for our genitals. They keep germs away from other people, our germs away from other people, and they keep other people's germs away from us. Interestingly, condoms don't keep all germs to ourselves or to other people's cells. Herpes, genital warts, that's human papillomavirus, and syphilis can all still be transferred from one person to another person, even if we use a condom. And we have to remember that germs can also be spread from genitals to hands, genitals to mouths, genitals to anuses. So it's not just about penises and vaginas. There are lots of different combinations and ways that germs can be spread, or diseases can be spread, or infections can be spread. You can use any of those words when you're talking to your young person, whichever word feels the most comfortable to you and will be the easiest for them to hear. And point three, nothing prevents pregnancy or STIs 100% of the time. Not really even abstinence. And abstinence is a fancy word for saying not having any sort of sex at all, because sometimes people can decide to be abstinent and then a year later get pregnant. And so it's still really important to understand why condoms are useful, how to use them properly, and why they are good for all types of people to use when they are having contact with the intimate parts of someone else's body. And point four, sometimes condoms don't work because they might be the wrong size and they break or they slip off. Sometimes condoms don't work because they weren't put on right. Maybe someone didn't understand which way they were meant to go. Sometimes condoms don't work because they aren't used with the right lubricant, which is the thing that keeps them sort of slippy. Sometimes condoms don't work because they are out of date, because condoms go off just like milk. This episode of Sitting in a Car has been brought to you by Become a Comfortable Parent. Become a Comfortable Parent is a free workshop series that happens a few times a year, and the last time it's running in 2020 is the end of September. So head on over to sarahsproul.com/comfortable, sarahsproul.com/comfortable to make sure you get told when that workshop series happens so you can jump on in and learn some really important stuff. And that's Sitting in a Car for another week where I've answered a question to help you raise your confident and caring young person who respects themselves and the people around them. And while I've got you here, can I ask for your help? Would you like, repost or subscribe to Sitting in a Car? When you do that, other parents just like you find the information and support they need to do this part of their parenting even better. Thanks for that, and bye for now.